stop right there. I have a disclaimer before starting this video. I have a couple, and we have a whole list of notes to go through and no time to waste. Disclaimer number one, I don't do these energy clearings because I think it looks cool. I do it because you're gonna need it. It's to help get the spiritual stank up off ya. And we're gonna do things a little different today because, like I said, I've got a page full of notes, and unlike other weeks where I could just kind of give you a vibe of what the weekend's gonna feel like without going through all the list of transits, this week is chaotic. Which leads me to my disclaimer number two. Disclaimer number two is this weekend feels like a movie that is chopped and screwed and put together backwards, and you're gonna have to navigate the complexities of that. And okay, you pulled my leg. Let's add a disclaimer number three. Disclaimer number three is I watched this movie called The Housemaid with Sydney Sweeney and the other girl from Mean Girls. I rate that movie 5 stars, really loved it. But the main point being, I started watching it when they only had 44 minutes left, and I was hooked. Okay, I thought it was amazing. So I went back after I watched the whole movie and watched the beginning, and that's what this weekend will feel like. So you guys got the Knight of Swords, but you got it reversed. Okay, so the Knight of Swords upright is a card of a man in armor, and he's charging forth with his fresh idea and his new sense of vitality and his new sense of clarity. But even upright, this card means to slow down because you might not have all the pieces to the puzzle. And with it reversed, it's saying you definitely don't have all the pieces to the puzzle because you're like watching the movie backwards, you know? Go back to Monday and Wednesday's video if you have no idea what I'm about to say. This is the part of the story where you're confronting your partner about fixing the fence, and they're like, when's the last time you cooked me dinner? You know, this is the confrontation point. And how you decide to handle conflict today is so important, and the whole weekend, okay? Now I'm gonna go through the list of transits, and I'm gonna make side commentary on them, just so I'm thorough and just so I get through all of them, because I think they're all important. Friday, we've got Saturn sextile Pluto. This is ruthless energy. This is get your lick back energy. People wanting to act out. Okay, don't do that unless you have to. This is also build something energy. Sink your teeth into something energy. Saturn is the master builder, so if you use this energy not in a petty way, you can actually get some shit done, because Pluto is the great reformer and transformer, okay? We also have a fixed T-square happening with Pluto in Aquarius, Uranus in Taurus, and the moon in Scorpio. This could be stubborn energy and not budging, power struggles between you and another, government and the people, just some fixed stubborn energy, okay? So just be mindful of that. With Pluto involved, this is temptation, this is desire, so you could feel passionate, and there could be just dynamic relationship changes that are likely permanent with Saturn and Pluto there, okay? So that's Monday. Oh, we also have the Venus square Pluto transit that we've been talking about pretty much all week, and that is a impact with your money, your relationships, your values, some sense of tension that's there, okay? This is Betty hitting your fence. Saturday is spiritual, okay? This is the vibe shift. If Friday was the end of the movie, Saturday is the ending of the movie, okay? So Friday, what did I just say? Friday is the climax part of the movie. Saturday is the end of the movie, okay? We've got a grand trine in water signs. So anytime that happens, this is a spiritual, psychic time. There'll be an emphasis on speaking your mind, speaking from your heart. Emotions overflow. I have a note that says overdue conversations, like overdue, like long overdue, and then you could possibly overdo conversations, like doing too much. So it's a time where you're going to want to speak from your heart, and you're going to want to tell people where you stand, but there also is a potential of saying too much and being like cringing about it later. Okay, so be wary of that, but it's a more spiritual feeling day, and it's but you'll still have energy. So use that energy productively. Use it to channel it into something productive. I don't think this weekend we're gonna want to be Netflix and chilling. It's just not the vibe. It's like find a hill and climb up it. So Saturday is the highlight of the weekend. And ironically, Sunday is the beginning. Easter Sunday, okay? Happy Easter. We've got Uranus, sextile Mars, and let me just talk about Uranus really quick because Uranus is in Taurus, okay? He's been there for 7 years. We've talked about this before. And he'll be in Taurus until I think for another couple weeks. Uranus, by hook or crook, is going to go through your Taurus part of your chart and kind of make a mess. If you haven't been consciously making the steps to change in that area, Uranus is going to finish the job. Just letting you know that. So Uranus sextile Mars could be irritating on a mild side, or it could be it could be an explosion. Then we've got a Sun-Jupiter square building up. It'll perfect on Monday, but this energy is big and dynamic. The Sun represents our body, our vitality, and Jupiter, being the biggest planet, is amplifying our sense of our identity. So this is like the Knight of Swords energy when it's upright. This person has the balls. Like, you're gonna feel like, you know what? Whatever conversations that you had on Saturday, whatever drama and bullshit that went on Friday, it's like Sunday you're like, fresh start. Like Jesus rising from the dead. You know what I mean? Like that kind of vibe, actually. How ironic. Then lastly, the Scorpio moon will oppose Uranus and Taurus, trining Mars, okay? That's just a lot of fire and passion. And I really think Uranus is like the backseat driver here. Pluto, the lord of the underworld, Uranus, the great disruptor, Mars is our action, it's the god of war, okay? Does that sound light and fluffy? None of that sounds light and fluffy. So that's why we did all this. And because I wanted to be as helpful as possible, I picked multiple cards from the OG deck just to get some background on what the energy is. Because like I said, it's cinema, okay? And I got the 5 of Wands, which means conflict, okay? I've got the 2 of Swords, which means making a decision. I've got the 5 of Pentacles, which means walking away. The 5 of Cups, which means kind of disappointment. And the 9 of Swords, which means way overthinking. We don't want any of that. Okay, so that's if you don't choose to use the energy wisely. But then I also got the 6 of Wands, which means recognition. The 9 of Cups, which means wish fulfillment, and judgment. Okay, so how you decide to respond to the events that happen this weekend is paramount, and you're gonna live in one of those 2 camps based on how you choose to act. I rate this weekend 3 out of 5 stars, and that's only because sometimes the universe gives us 5 stars just because. Sometimes, like an Easter egg hunt, we have to go and fetch those other 2 stars, put our back into it. And this week is that week. You can have 5 stars if you deserve it. So lastly, I picked an Isis card for you, the Miracle of Isis. Isis offers a miracle healing. No matter how much you have struggled with a particular matter, no matter how impossible it may seem to imagine your life without this old wound, addiction, problem, relationship issue, or inner struggle being a part of it, you are guided now to accept the possibility of miraculous healing. Let go and let the goddess be. I love you guys. I'll see you on Monday. Good fucking luck. Mini reading winners will be announced on Monday. Don't forget to like, comment, share, all that jazz, okay? Bye.